there's other despots around the world which are watching. And once you've got the designation on Wagner, they know which way the wind is blowing. So it means that those sort of groupings are going to start not being so popular to use for the illegality and terrorism they do.
A draft order will be presented to Parliament, which will prescribe the Wagner mercenary group as a terrorist organisation. Jason McCue is a senior partner at McCue, Joy and Partners and has been calling for this for some time and joins me now. Morning, Jason.
Good morning.
Explain what difference this will actually make in practical terms, the impact on anyone involved in the Wagner group, its supporters, its assets.
Yeah, generally, this sort of welcome news means that it's become much more difficult from today to be Wagner, to imitate or copycat Wagner and its structures, or to use Wagner. And that means who uses them? Well, despots in Africa use them, as does dictators such as Putin, to carry out their terrorism, to pursue their foreign policy. So it's a very good day that this designation prescription has happened, and it's good that the UK government has finally done it, and they're to be credited for that.
Is it a bit late in the day, given that the head of the Wagner group died in a plane crash a couple of weeks ago, and there was a slight, that having sort of reached its peak power and influence and then mounted a coup and then he's dead, should they not have done this much sooner?
Well, yes, it should have been a lot sooner. It should have been, I would say 18 months ago when we started lobbying for it. But it's more than symbolic. It's more than symbolic because at the moment, Putin is trying to work out how to restructure Wagner. So the designation coming in right now frustrates that reorganisation. Very importantly, there's other despots around the world which are watching. And once you've got the designation on Wagner, they know which way the wind is blowing. So it means that those sort of groupings are going to start not being so popular to use for the illegality and terrorism they do. The other thing is with it as well is that you get a domino effect. Britain, people will be looking at this now, and hopefully America will follow suit. And that's very important because once you start getting key financial centers like London, New York, designating groups like Wagner, it means that their assets of those involved with them and successors who carry on with their liabilities are open to attack. And one last thing where it's very important is the designation is so important for things like litigation that is being brought by Ukrainians against Wagner Group. Tens of billions of such targeted litigation around the world, which if it gets funding from the international community to implement, will be able to take now those assets because they're terrorist assets. It makes it much easier.
Jason, thanks for explaining that. Jason McCue there, senior partner McCue, Joy and Partners, which have been pushing, as you were saying, for 18 months to try and get the Wagner Group prescribed, and that is expected to happen today.